This is such a beautiful morning this morning. Oh my goodness, we've been like waiting for these days to be here, and they're finally here. There's the little girls getting let out. Hi guys, I just wanted to update you guys on what's been going on, why I haven't posted very much recently. I finally got a video out last week, but I plan on posting more regularly. But I did break my arm on a mountain bike ride recently, and I'll tell you the story and I'll try to keep it brief. I also wanted to say, like, if you can't handle this kind of stuff, this is a disclaimer. I'm going to be talking about breaking my arm, and I did have to have surgery. So if you don't like that kind of stuff, just skip this video. So Tommy and I went on a mountain bike ride a few weeks back. I think it was like May 1st or something like that. And it was an epic mountain bike ride. We did this trail that has lots of different things on it. It has obstacles that I always stay away from because I'm not into like risky riding. But I was really proud of my riding. I felt very strong because I've worked out with weights for the past 3 years. Strong as I've ever been in my life. Felt so balanced. My joints felt good. It was awesome. Awesome ride. Did all the hard stuff. No problem. Did it with precision. It was awesome. I literally crashed on nothing. It was like a freak accident. I think what happened was that I tried to tap my brakes, and I was trying to put my foot down, but I wasn't able to stop, and I kind of just went over. And that's happened to a lot of mountain bikers. It's something that I'm sure we all have had happen to us, but we usually are able to save ourselves from falling. Well, I wasn't. So I hit my shoulder. My shoulder was totally fine, never hurt throughout this whole thing, but it was the way that I hit my forearm. And I must have hit a rock because I had a scab there. But I instantly knew it was broken. And because it was so traumatic, I instantly went into like a like almost like felt like I was gonna have a heart attack, and like the wind knocked out of you, but in the worst way possible. My body was trying to cope with the trauma that just happened. And a couple mountain bikers, Tommy was just a little bit ways ahead of me, so he wasn't very far. And a couple mountain bikers come up on me, and they asked how they can help, and I asked, can you go get my husband? And then they help us walk the bikes for probably like a half a mile, 3/4 of the mile, but they were camping in the opposite direction, and I was like, this is fine. You guys don't need to help us anymore. We got it. So Tommy was able to walk the 2 bikes. We had to walk 2 miles to get off the trails, and they asked me, do we want Life Flight to come, and I was like, that seems very stressful. I'm already having a hard time. Like, that would be too stressful for me. So I feel that there was more than one bone broken in there, and it like literally felt like my bones were floating in my arm. So that was really hard to juggle, if you know what I mean, walking 2 miles. And all I could just think of is just get to the truck. Just get to the truck, then we'll get to the hospital, and then we'll get to this fixed. So that was just where my mind was at, and I just needed to keep walking. So we finally get to the truck, and Tommy is so thoughtful. He calls our son. We hit up our house on the way to the hospital, and we get a little go bag that my son prepared, and so I could be comfortable at the hospital, as comfortable as I could be, at least. So we get down in the emergency room, and I end up having to hold my arm for 7 hours before they were able to help realign it and put a soft cast on. The x-rays were really, really painful. I do not know what that sound is right now. Someone's doing something, but the x-ray was very painful, and I had to do at least, I think it was like 4 different x-rays throughout this whole process. moving your arm in ways that it can't move, but that's the only way that you can see what's going on. So that was really difficult. So when they were put the soft cast on, they couldn't get me to go to sleep. The sleeping medication didn't work on me. So they ended up having to give me ketamine. And ketamine is a psychedelic. So I'm literally having a trip, talking to the doctor in full conversation. They're doing my arm, realigning my bones, everything. And I cannot feel the pain at all. So they were like, "What is your trip like?" The doctors. And I was like, "Well, I like feel like I'm flying through the galaxy right now. I see a bunch of pink stars." And they were just like all like laughing and stuff. And I guess I was told them like, "You guys need to give everyone this for pain. Everyone in this place." Ah. So anyway, so that right there was a lot to unpack and process when I got home, that whole experience. So, but I'm really grateful that they were able to get what they needed done with the ketamine. So, I guess apparently I'm a good candidate for that. So then I have to wait at home with a broken arm for the specialist to finally take me in, and thank God he had a cancellation. So I only had to wait a week before I got in for surgery. I had the surgery went well. I was in excruciating pain afterwards. I mean, I just literally did because there was so much nerve pain. Anyway, it was very, very, very painful when I got home. And you can imagine sleeping straight up for 3 weeks too. And I still have pain, but every day has been less and less. Today it marks 2 weeks from my surgery, and I finally feel like yesterday was a turning point. Like I feel like I still have swelling in my arm and I still have the numbness in some parts of it, but I feel like now the healing's on the horizon. And one thing I wanted to say that I was grateful for is the fact that I've worked out with weights for 3 years, because I was really focused on my arms and my back. And I felt like because I have this strength, it's really helped me to hold myself up, even my legs too, because I've been having to use my legs a lot. So I'm grateful that I was in such good physical shape when this happened. But also our habits and the rhythm of the life that we've been into for the past few years, really here. We stretch, we mobilize like every night, and we have all these really good little habits that we've built. They helped us to get through this whole experience smoothly. So, for myself, I've been staying really optimistic. I just started to work out again because the surgeon I got it cleared. I'm able to do just like body squats. I've been doing squats, and you better believe I'm going to work this one arm out. I'm going to do it. I'm going to work out everything that I can, and I'm starting to take walks again because we walk every day. But these little habits that we've been building really helped us to get through this smoothly, and really like it could have been much more stressful if we didn't have all these things implemented. I've probably only missed 3 days of skincare in the last 20 days. So that's some dedication right there, because I just slapped. I had my husband just, "Can you just put a little bit on? Just a little bit, whatever. I just need it. I need my skincare." So, and I've actually seen like more life come back into my face now, because I was not looking good there for a few weeks. Like, just looked so drained. This was so hard on my body. And it really sucked because I've been working on just childhood traumas and things like that. And then now I have a whole new thing, a whole new trauma that has happened to me. And boy, was it traumatic. But I didn't let myself get swallowed up with the situation. I never let myself, and some people say, well, it's good to cry. I just kept thinking, I got to get to the next thing. I got to get to the next phase. I got to get to the next phase. You're going to be here, and I'm where I wanted to be. So that's another thing. Like, I'm finally here. So really, I staying optimist. I think it's like kind of like a survival thing that kicks in, where you just have to like, keep pushing yourself to survive. Keep your head above water so you don't drown. Like, because I really believe that the stress can really stunt your healing. I do. Like, we need to keep ourselves as healthy as we can when we're healing. So I've been getting a little bit of light sunshine on my arm every day, just light morning sun and some air, fresh air. And I've been living on my deck right here. And this has been a really beautiful place to heal. So in my videos, I'm going to look a little bit different, but I am doing everything that I can because I still have the desire to thrive the way that I was before this happened to me. And I just took some sourdough starter out, and I usually do coil folds with mine, which requires two hands, and I just don't have that strength yet. But I'm just going to do some stretch and folds, and then we'll see how my bread turns out. And I'm excited to experiment with making it with one hand. And I'm going to be getting back in the garden too. So in my videos, this week's video is going to be a little bit more of just around the house and garden and things like that, and just updating you guys. But I look forward to healing more, and I thank you all for hearing me out and being here on this channel. So thank you for watching. And another thing I wanted to say is that Tommy and I have been together for 18 years, and never has he ever seen me in this much pain before. So it was really interesting to see him immediately take on the role of handling everything, from making sure he comforted me the whole way through in the hospital. When I was walking, he had kept me, like, my spirits up the whole way, and then just to be there after when I woke up from my surgery, he like literally hasn't left my side. And he's been waking up in the middle of the night with me to help me when I'm in pain and help me go to the bathroom. And he has been sleeping out on the couch with me, even though I'm like, you can go to the bed. You don't have to be uncomfortable, because I am. He never left my side. He has given me my showers and kept my hair clean. He has struggled with doing my braids. And he cannot do a bun for the life of him, but he's tried. He's given it his best effort. So he's even been making sure that my hair is out of the way and things like that. It's just been so cute. And yeah, I'm really, really grateful for him. And then my kiddos have been doing a lot of cooking, and they've been keeping up on the house. And it's been so nice to see everybody pull together in a time like this. And I love them so dearly. And sometimes we don't think that anything good can come out of really bad situations, but this is a perfect example of, just seeing the strength of the love of your family. And just it really wakes you up to what really matters, and helps you to refocus on the things that really matter. So that's something that I learned throughout this. But I also wanted to say that I forgot to mention that I had to get 2 metal plates and screws in my arm. So that was something that that's the only way they could fix my arm. And I consider myself to be a holistic person. And so that was something I never thought would happen to me. And I'm also a low risk taker kind of person. So I always try to be cautious, and so this happened too. So, and it also helped me to realize that, even though you're being careful, you can't let your guard down, and you really have to just be as careful as you can. I will ride a mountain bike again. I'm not gonna let this just make me be done with mountain biking forever. I recognize that it was an accident that happened, and yeah, so one day I will ride again. But yeah, so I learned a few things from this whole situation. So one of the only things that I can do right now is draw and paint and write. And I'm the kind of person that I literally cannot just sit there and do nothing. I would just go completely crazy. So I'm so glad that I have my writing hand. And I just finished this painting of a jackrabbit in the desert. And I'm on my 3rd painting now. And I'm having a lot of fun with it. And I'm just sitting here in my room because I can literally do not a whole lot, and found myself a little cozy spot to paint. But yeah, I'm having a lot of fun, and I've been wanting to push my art a little bit more and get more paintings done and share that with people. So this is what I got so far. So I actually was able to wash my hair for the first time today. So that is a lot of progress, and I'm feeling a little bit more independent. And man, did I scrub my hair. I've been dying to just scrub it. I keep telling Tommy, I'm like, can you just scrub it a little bit more? Because I feel like it's just been getting greasy, you know, but he's been doing really good helping me to keep my hair clean. So, but it definitely feels good that I can do it by myself now. So I'm making progress, and I have to see it, because sometimes I feel like, when will this phase be over with? And then I hit a milestone like washing my hair. So in this video, things are going to be a little bit slower and calmer. And while there's still not a lot I can do right now, I'm still doing what I can, and feeling really grateful for the peaceful little life that we've created here. The quiet mornings, the garden growing, the chickens carrying on like always, the flowers blooming anyway. Home has felt especially healing lately, and that I'm truly grateful for. She doesn't like the wet grass.
I mean, does it look
my
like,
gosh.
you got a fingernail growing or something? Look, it's bent. The
Oh
tip's
my
all
gosh.
bent down like this.
It looks
You know?
just like a finger.
It's got the crease in it right here.
That's so crazy.
It's the same thickness.
Found us a spot to hang out on a Saturday evening out in the canyon. Have to take advantage of this weather for sure. It feels so good to be out here right now. Oh my gosh, this weather is amazing. I'm so happy to be out of the house and to be able to get some fresh air and some sunshine. That's kind of what I've been prioritizing lately. So it's nice to be out in the canyon again. So something Tommy and I have been doing lately is, after our hikes, we've been having tea in a little canister. We take it out and we have tea in our mugs. So keeping it traditional. I know it seems weird to have hot tea, but herbal tea is just amazing. Makes me feel so calm and just really unwind at the end of the day. She came in through the bathroom window, protected by a silver spoon. And now she sits alone and wanders by the banks of her own lagoon. Didn't anybody tell her? Didn't anybody see? Sundays on the phone with Monday, Tuesdays on the phone with me. Oh yeah, she said she'd always been